The truth.
Okay, so today I'm going to be recreating my rainbow cut crease look. I put a poll out on Instagram whether or not I should do a pink look or whether or not I should recreate this look, and this look won, so I'm going to be recreating this look today. And yeah. Okay, so first I like to start off with my brows. I use the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Retractable Brow Pencil in Ash Brown. And first I just brush my eyebrows out in the way that they go, or the way I want them to go. Then I take the pencil and I draw out the bottom of the brow. Then I like to brush in the product just so it doesn't look too harsh. Okay, so I found a mirror. I don't know what happened to my other mirrors, but what I'm going to do now is brush out the product into the brow and then start to... Okay, so what I was saying was I'm just going to be filling in the brow where I feel as if it needs more product. I don't know what happened to the audio, but yeah, something happened to it, but it's cool. I'm just filling in the brows right now how I like it and just brushing the product through, and that's about it. So they might not look good right now, but they will in a minute. So now I just go into like a brown eyeshadow that I have just to make sure that this eyebrow stays and it doesn't move throughout the day. I just take an angled brush, dip into the shadow, and like kind of fill in what the pencil didn't do for me. I brush that through as well. I feel like I'm looking all the way around and I need to find one spot. But now it's time for concealer. I use the LA Girl Pro Concealer in the color medium beige. And I literally just place this all the way under the brow. I use a flat angle brush, not angle, I'm sorry, a flat, people call it like an eyeliner brush. I just use that and I put the concealer right under the brow just to clean up, just in case I made any mistake. Okay, so I didn't realize that the mirror was in the way of the camera and it focusing, but right here I'm just laying down the concealer right underneath the brow just to clean up anything that's messed up. Now that I got the shape that I want, I'm just going to blend it out with a beauty blender. So I went ahead and blended out my concealer on my eyes with a beauty blender, and now I'm going to go in with a lighter shade of concealer. I'm using Tarte Shape Tape in the color medium tan golden, and I'm putting this right on my lid so that the colors can actually pop. Okay, so now that I've blended out my concealer, I didn't feel like it was light enough for the yellow to show up. So I'm going to use my Maybelline New York concealer in the shade 20 Sand Sable and just put it right on the lid where the color should go. I did blend out the Maybelline and it looks better, so I'm happy with it. So now I'm going to go into the ZULU by JUVIA'S this palette, and I'm going to use the yellow shade on a small packer brush and just go right in by the inner tear duct. And that's where I'm just going to be placing it. Now with the yellow, I'm not going to push it up too far because I don't want it to go like all the way up to my brows, because I am going to be blending out the colors and it will go up a little. So I'm not going to put it up too far. But just enough. So I'm dragging the yellow over so that when I mix it in with the next color, it'll look blended and not like it's patches. Okay, so the next color I'm going to be using is green. Now, I don't have a green shadow, so I blended the yellow over because I don't have a green, and so I'm going to be mixing the yellow and the blue to get a green. So the blue I'm going to be using is this Kiss New York Professionals in the shade Cornflower. Is this. I'm going to be mixing this, but not a lot, so that it doesn't come out as a dark green, but like a neon green. I'm going to be using that on another small packing brush and just like blending it back and forth just so it makes a green. Now I'm going to go back into the yellow with the yellow brush and just go back over top of that just in case, because it's a little too dark. I'm going to keep repeating this until I get the shade of my liking. So I decided to add this teal color from the JUVIA'S palette that is kind of like a darkish green, but it's more of a teal. And then I'm going to go back over that with a yellow just to get the green look and not it looking blue. The blue that I just had, but strictly the blue. I want to strictly pack the blue on and not blend it out yet, because I want to blend two colors into each other to kind of make them go back and forth and not look patchy. So just placing the blue on and not blending it. Just making sure that there is coverage. Okay, now I'm going into the pink that's in the JUVIA'S palette, and I'm going to put that right next to the blue. Okay, last but not least, I'm going to take the purple shade that's in the JUVIA'S palette and put it on the outer edge of my eye. Okay, so because it's the end of the eye, I'm just going to smoke it out kind of into like a V shape, just so that there is purple and it's getting coverage. I'm just going to keep packing the color onto it and smoking it out. I'm going to blend it into the pink so that it doesn't look patchy. It's kind of like going into. Then taking the brush that I used the pink with and doing the same thing so that the pink doesn't fade away. So that the blue isn't really being outpowered, I'm going to take the blue and kind of blend it into the pink. So going back into this teal shade in the JUVIA'S palette, I'm going to take the teal and pack it on where that green is supposed to be and blend it into the blue so that it doesn't look patchy. Okay, so now I'm going back into the yellow that's in the palette and packing that on and blending it into the green color so it looks blended together. So now I'm going to take my concealer brush that I used for my eyebrows, since I'm not using it anymore, this flat brush. I'm going to take this brush and cut the crease, and I'm going to be using the Maybelline New York in the shade 20 Sand Sable, the concealer that I used originally, so that it can be bright. Because I have hooded lids, I like to pull my head down and look up so that I can carve out a crease so that I can actually see it. So this is where I need to cut it at. I'm going to blend this concealer out with a different brush and I'll be right back. Okay, so I cut the crease and everything, and I kind of had to add some of the color back into some of the shades that was kind of taken off. So now I'm going to go into this ProFusion Beauty Treasure Box and use like a tan shade kind of. I'm going to use a tan shade. Kind of like this color. Can't really see it. But I'm just going to pack this on the lid just to set the concealer. Now that I've set the concealer down, I'm going to take my NYX matte liquid liner and draw a wing liner. so now that the liner is done, I didn't really do it thick because I didn't want to mess up. So now I'm just going to use this Lancome mascara in 01. Big is the new black. I guess that's the shade. I don't know. It's a new mascara I'm trying out. So I'm just going to do my lashes. I'm done with this, but I like to take a Q-tip and kind of go under the lashes because they sometimes have like excess mascara on it, and I don't want that to like fall under my eye if I sneeze or if I blink too hard. Okay, so I'm going to do the other eye off camera and then come back when I'm ready to do like my full face. Okay, so now that I'm done with the other eye off camera, I'm now going to go into my moisturizer, which is my Bare Minerals Purely Nourishing Moisturizer. Okay, can't see it because it's pretty bright. I'll just put a picture up, but I'm just going to put that all over the face. Even though I have oily skin sometimes, I still have to moisturize or the oil will get out of hand or you can get dry patches. To prime, I use the Fenty Beauty Profilt'r primer. So after I moisturize and prime, I'm going to take my other concealer by LA Girl Pro.Conceal in the color Fawn and outline the top of my brows. Now I'm just gonna blend it out with a beauty blender. Okay, so now I am going to use foundation, which I use the Maybelline Fit Me Matte Poreless in the shade 335 Classical Tan. This color. Okay, sorry, my foundation was kind of acting janky, so I had to fix it and finish it off camera. But now I'm gonna go into concealer, and I changed my hoodie into the ones that's in the picture, but I'm going to be using my Tarte Shape Tape in the color medium tan golden. And then going in with my LA Girl Pro Concealer in medium beige. Then on the bottom part, close to right here, I don't know what I'm just gonna say close to, I'm using the LA Girl Pro Concealer in Fawn, just so that it's not like really, not white but bright, but I need it to like blend in. So I'm just gonna put that down the bottom. camera ran out of storage, and that's the second thing that's going wrong with this video, but I'm gonna finish it. Next, I'm going to go into my True Complexion contour palette by Black Radiance in the shade medium to dark, and I'm going to be going into these two shades and just bronzing up my cheeks. Now when I do this, I like to push the product up into my cheeks, not down, only because then it defeats the whole purpose of bronzing. But then I take another like rounded fluffy brush and just push it up just to make sure it doesn't look muddy. I'll take the same shades and I'll go around like the perimeter of my head. While my face is still wet, I like to go in my ProFusion. It was a kit that I got. Somebody gave it to me, and it was a kit, and it has like 3 highlighting shades, but I'm going to be taking like the rose gold shade. I'm going to be dipping it on a beauty blender and then tapping it on my face. Then I'm going to be taking the... what is this? Oh, Real Techniques Expert Face Brush, and then like dip a little bit into it and then kind of like blend it out. So let's add a little bit to the other side so you can see it. There we go. Then taking a beauty blender and just pouncing it in. So that's the highlight there, and then I'm gonna put some actually on my nose. So I took the ProFusion. I'm gonna try to put a picture up if I can. If not, then look it up. But then I'm going back into the ProFusion Beauty Treasure Box, and I'm going to be using that shade on top of each one. Okay, so right here, basically what I'm saying is I put the rose gold shade of the highlight on the bottom and then use kind of like a silver shade on top, since I'm light skinned and when I look forward, I don't want it to look really dark. The only thing left is to do the lip, and I always put highlight on my lip. So this is the final look. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, and if you like to see more videos from me, make sure to subscribe, hit the bell so that every time I post, you know. Okay, thanks you guys for watching. I love you guys. Bye.